we go with closer toward Ed. So Ed comes, and I'm moving myself, I'm not moving his hand. Right? He comes, I'm moving myself. So he doesn't feel disturbed. He doesn't feel like I'm trying to force him to go somewhere. Okay? He comes, I don't know what he's going to do, I just move and I touch. I don't move and chop. I move and touch. So there's a part of the technique where I'm agreeing with him. Right? I'm agreeing with him. Until I'm not. Right? But he doesn't know when I'm not going to agree with him. And you can't signal that by getting excited. It's like, oh, I'm going to hit him. Right? So he comes in. Because you got to stay soft. So my hands are soft, but they're preventing him from moving forward. So when I move, it affects him. So sometimes we're heavy-handed. Right? So you have to be able to learn to touch and not use what you don't need. Right? Right? So we're going to do this one. Turn, connect. I'm trying to learn old man Aikido now. For the next 20 years. So just connect. Okay. Give it a shot. Parts of your body and re-engage them when you need to. So if my whole body is stiff, he feels everything. Right? But I want to be able to move. No, don't get stuff. Just hold. Right? So I want to be able to move without setting him off. So when I shift back, he's at the end of the information. So if you think in terms of circuitry, right? He's at the end. I don't want anything to happen in the beginning. I want to be able to move and set. So he doesn't wake up too soon. Right? When he comes in, I already set this point. Now the hardest part, admittedly, is if you do get here, stand up, stand up. See how my shoulders are up? Not to push down. Just stand. So he has a little advantage here, and my shoulders up. So there's a couple ways to approach this. One is my shoulders up, but it's not. I'm not going to power down. Let me know what you feel. Even though my shoulders, you can raise your arm high. Even though my arms are up, I drop my body. Right? Typical response, hold up, is to push from here. Right? So this is what we want to get out of the habit. So even though be strong, I don't want to push, I want to relax, and move my body. Okay? Ideally, I want to get in the situation where I'm here, right in my center. And then it's easy. And if you happen to get up here, fight the urge to do this. You can set and then drop, but this has to be relaxed. So the practice is learning how to relax different parts of your body. Practice is you have someone touch you in different parts of your body and tense up just that part. Just that. You can do it to yourself, but people might think you're freaky. But and some areas where you have small muscle groups are harder, right? Someone touch biceps, very easy, right? Very easy. But right below your bicep, in that region, can you move just that part right above your knee? Because you learn to disconnect parts of your body and not engage everything. You don't need everything, right? Right? I don't need everything. It's not this or some iteration. So this part, set, relax everything. You don't have to be in a rush. And see if you can just fall on their arm. Okay? Right? So, well, what does it mean? So when I touch Tom, if I start, you know, I have to be nice. If I start pressing on Tom, he feeds into that. So I have to learn to touch Tom. Can you feel my shoulder up? Okay, so my shoulder is up. Now my shoulder's down. Now my shoulder's down. So when I punch Tom, I'm not punching from the hand. I'm actually punching from the shoulder right now. And down the hip. And it's easy for us to push, especially if we get away with it 80% of the time. Right, exactly. Now he's set, and I can't push anymore. Right? He'd be set, I can't push. So now at this point, I have to go into my hips. I can't, because he's pushing me, like my mother said, push them back, no, shift. So I'm also taking him off his center and going into my center. Once I'm into my center, it's a lot easier. If my hand is over here, it's a lot harder, right? So 2 ways to fix that. 4, nice. But the practice is to learn to drop your weight without activating everything, without just using your muscles in that manner. You are using your muscles, but not in this manner. So I set, I shift, and I drop. So for this practice, again, we go here, and then back. It's the same thing, just a different plane, right? And that inside block, you guys have tried to learn that, right? Hopefully you learned it correctly, inside block. When you do your inside block, how did you learn? You rotate, right, whole body, no different. Okay, give it a shot. Right? So that's what I think of. So again, if it works 80% of the time, maybe that's not the guy I'm fighting. If I'm fighting the 90% guy, right? So when Ed rotates his hand like he did, yeah, I'm not even doing anything, but he's feeding into my hand. So that wakes me up. Right? So when he grabs me, so it's not that I'm trying to, I think Taguchi Sensei has talked about this, right? It's not that I'm trying to turn his hand over. I'm just trying to rotate a little bit and then connect with him. And at this part, my inside hip is moving, and that's my block. Okay? So don't think you have to do so much there. It's really not even half a turn to start to take the slack out. And now from here, instead of pummeling his hand, bring your elbow in. It's not V way, it's just A way. Okay? So when I'm here, say this. I'm not going to grab, I'm just going to leave this. I don't do anything to his fingers. But what I do is align my own self. I just do this. Big pause. Okay. So this comes down, and I just set a roof. I don't tell me if I'm lying. I'm not trying to twist his wrist at all. If anything, I'm trying to stretch him out a little bit, and then just go down. Okay? Okay, know where your hands need to be. So when you're doing this, even if he doesn't let go, that's fine. Right? Don't spend so much time trying to get the perfect grip. Because you should be using your body. All right, try again. Okay. Let's do this. So I set, and what I'm doing is this. So in my mind, I'm falling on top of his hand. This is trying to control his hand too much. Right? What I'm doing is setting, and then going here. Make sense? Because once I do this, he gets stronger. And actually, he's connected. So my goal is to almost breathe my belly towards him, and then down. Give it a try. Anything that great exciting. Well, we talk 2 direction, 4 direction, 6 direction. So this is 2 direction, right? 4 direction, up, down, front, back. 6 direction, up, down, front, back, side, side. You got 360. So again, there's a lot of ways. There's nothing wrong with twisting the wrists. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just practicing a particular thing. I'm practicing up and down. This is just down, which is what a lot of people do a lot of the time. This is up and down. Right? So I'm stretching up and pushing down at the same time. So basically, my skeleton is stretching. If I have all my force going into him, it will only it will only work if I'm stronger. So I'm trying to stretch my body. Does that make any sense at all? Shit. When I had it done to me, it made sense. And guess what? I could keep practicing about this one hurting. So, yeah. So just think about it. Even if it doesn't work, think of it just separating top and bottom. This, Takuji Sensei does a lot of this, right? That's part of it too, right? And then the other half is this. Right, so learning how to do that, okay? If you don't get it right today, no big deal. No big deal. Practice it, okay?